Okay. Okay, so basically, we're just coming on really quick to explain when we're going to release the rest of the videos, like the timeline and everything. And I think that we've decided on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, we're going to release the next three about 5 p.m. Eastern, give or take. And then a live from us talking about it, I guess, sometime that night, evening, when we're all available. And then after the fourth episode in that live, we'll be showing the screenshots, because in videos, it's really hard to see if it's like not zoomed in. So that way we'll be able to zoom it in and everything.
We do also have we have all of the screenshots. We also have a lot of the edited down screenshots to the best of our abilities, to where you can still clearly see some of the ages of these kids. One thing I wanted to say too is we did see some recent updates from Corey. He is watching the lives and the premiere, so I'm sure he's in here right now. He's convinced that we're doing this to try to ruin his quote unquote career. But that's definitely not the case. We definitely are just trying to get this out here to show exactly how bad this fucking dude is. But yeah, it's originally we were supposed to do the one solid video. It ended up being about 5.5 hours of video that we have condensed down, and that's including all of the most recent videos from January 15th and forward. So we'll be dropping those on the last day. The last episode we're gonna go live after as well, like Haley had said, and we're gonna show the screenshots, and we'll explain a little bit further on the things that we didn't want to put in the video. And we also do have, if anybody does want to see, we have the full videos of all of these streams that we will be willing to provide if people are wanting to see that.
We also saw that Corey was trying to say that we were saying in the last video that we're saying he's lying about doing meth and cocaine and, all those things. And we never said that at all. Basically, what we were saying in those comments on that video is 90-something% of the talk that's, with minors and everything was when he was clearly not, quote unquote, fucked up.
Yeah,
if he was on anything, it might have been drinking, but he was not, like he said, on really hard drugs every single time, not even 90% of the time.
Yeah, one thing that you'll see is you'll clearly see there are times the videos aren't in any particular order, so it does jump around. some of the videos from today's episode was from 2020, after he had left from Dallas and gone to Florida. But there are clips in there of him in Dallas, and you can clearly tell that he is on drugs. So there's no doubt about it that he was using drugs. However, 99.9% of those videos, which I can show all of those as well, 99.9% of those, he still mentions a lot of the females that are still mentioned throughout the video. There's a reoccurring list of females that you'll notice him repeating, and one thing that we've noticed is some of those girls are now, I think one just turned 17 this last year, and he was mentioning her back in 2020. So that's, 2 years back. She was definitely younger than he's claiming. And you'll be able to correlate the names. I mean, you'll hear them so often. The next video is going to be the longest and probably the most triggering. It does have just some really fucked up things in it. Like we had put in the beginning of the initial video, and we have in the disclaimer on there.
I'm sorry. What the fuck? Anyway.
But we do I don't even remember where I was.
That's not unusual.
But yeah, it's some pretty fucked up shit. We felt like the best way to do it was to do it as raw as possible, with as minimal editing as possible, just to make sure that you guys are able to form your own opinion about Corey himself. But yeah, I mean, we don't want to take up too much time. I mean, I know there's a lot of live catches going on right now. If anyone does have any questions, I mean, we'll definitely be able to answer questions. We'll be able to give our final, or at least I'll be able to give my final words on it once we reach the final episode, because seeing how things have progressed, it's really just, it's not shocking, but it's shocking at the same time. But we'll touch on that once we get there.
We didn't think it would get this deep. I mean, at all. And it just keeps getting worse. Throughout this, the reason I can't really give my full opinion on all of it yet is because you still haven't even seen half of it. Like, it gets, I mean, I know we keep saying this, but it does get worse.
And the sad thing is like she said, we're finding more and more each day, and it's becoming more and more strange as we go. There's been a lot of people that have come forward as well, with a lot of information as well, and there's been a lot of help from obviously the community, which thank you. But yeah, I'm just ready to be done with it. Once we drop the last video, I mean, that's all I care about. Corey is nothing and nobody to me. He's just somebody that I think needs to be exposed for the person that he is, and the truth needs to be out there about who he really is.
And we're definitely not obsessed with you, Corey, in the slightest. Like you like to tell your little friends that we're obsessed with you, and we just keep making all these videos about old news and all this and that. Well, these people haven't seen it, and you try to infiltrate this whole community and try to catch predators and be a predator. So that's why we are making sure that we dig into everything and find everything that we possibly can and let everyone in here see it. And they will also see probably the last episode, when I'm not even looking at the screen, when the whole community hears about you talking shit about them specifically one catcher, but then calling the whole community vigilantes and should leave it all to law enforcement. But you were trying to do the same thing. So I'd like to know about that.
Facts.
So if anybody has any questions, we're just going to make it, like he said, really quick tonight. My phone's about to die. I'm tired. But, if anybody has any questions, we'd be happy to answer. But if not, we're just going to go ahead and end it for today. All of these lives after these episodes will be short and sweet usually, because, there's only so much you can say. The videos, he tells it all himself. So he can't say we're lying. It came right out of his mouth.
Yeah, one thing I wanted to touch on too is again I mentioned it on the last the premiere. All of this footage comes directly from his social media accounts that he had posted. They remained posted until he just recently, within the last few days, began privating, and I've seen clearing off some of the messages, but he did it a little too late. Yeah, and shout out to Bitbone Eric. But it's definitely something that is I think I mean I get people being over it, but it's something that once all of it's let out of the bag, I think people are going to fully understand why we've made such a big deal out of it, because it just, for somebody that was trying to be a part of this community in the way that he was trying to be a part of the community, it adds that much more disturbance to the whole scenario.
Yeah, I definitely agree. We've put in so many hours, and, special thanks to Twomp, who watched almost, or was about 30 hours worth of clips to get all of this. Once we found it all, I don't think I could sit and listen to Corey for 30 hours.
Yeah, his beautiful music is definitely banger of the year.
I'm gonna try not to make fun, but yeah, definitely. So if anybody doesn't have any questions, I think we'll just get off of here for tonight. Thank you guys for joining.